Red Deer is a city in Central Alberta, Canada. It is located near the midpoint of the Calgary-Edmonton Corridor and is surrounded by Red Deer County. It is Alberta's third most populous city, after Calgary and Edmonton. The city is located in Aspen Parkland, a region of rolling hills that is home to oil, grain, and cattle production. It is a center for oil and agriculture distribution, and the surrounding region is a major center for petrochemical production. According to its 2016 municipal census, Red Deer's population is now 99,832. History. Prior to European settlement, the area was inhabited by Aboriginal tribes including the Blackfoot, Plains Cree and Stoney. European fur traders began passing through the area in the late 18th century. Into this ethnic mix, the Amiakutis peoples also emerged. A native trail ran from Montana in the south across the Bow River near Calgary and on to Fort Edmonton. About halfway between Calgary and Edmonton, the trail crossed the Red Deer River at a wide, stony shallow used by First Nations peoples and bison, commonly known as buffalo, since ancient times. The shallows, now known as the Old Red Deer Crossing, are about 7 kilometers upstream from the present city of Red Deer. With the establishment of Fort Calgary by the Northwest Mounted Police in 1875, traffic increased along what was by then known as the Calgary and Edmonton Trail. After the arrival of the Canadian Pacific Railway in Calgary, traffic along the C&E Trail increased substantially. A trading post and stopping house were built at the crossing in 1882, and a permanent settlement began to develop around it. During the 1885 Real Rebellion, the Canadian militia constructed Fort Normando at the crossing. The fort was later taken over by the Northwest Mounted Police, who used it until 1893. With the decimation of the bison by hunters, the Aboriginal tribes who relied on them for food, clothing and shelter were also in decline. The fertile lands around the Red Deer River were attractive to farmers and ranchers. One early settler, the Reverend Leonard Gatz, gave a half share of 1,240 acres he had acquired to the Calgary and Edmonton Railway to develop a bridge over the river and a town site. As a result, the crossing was gradually abandoned. The first train from Calgary to Edmonton passed through Red Deer in 1891. Name origin. A Cree peoples called the river on which Red Deer stands Waskasusipi, which translates to Elk River. However, British traders translated the name as Red Deer River, since they mistakenly thought elk were European red deer. Later, the settlers of the area named the community after the river. The name for the modern city in Plains Cree is a calque-back from English of the mistranslated Miquapacimosos, literally red type of deer, while the name of the river itself is still Waskasipi or Elk River. Leonard Gatz acted as the local land agent for the Saskatchewan Colonization Company and purchased parts of 3 other sections from his employers. By 1890, the Gatz family owned vast land holdings along the south bank of the Red Deer River around the mouth of the Waskasiu Creek. The holdings included parts of sections 16, 17, 20 and 21. Leonard Gatz's increasing wealth allowed his family to play a central role in the growth of Red Deer. In 1895, Gatz returned to the active ministry in Manitoba. Once again, this proved detrimental to his health. He retired back to Red Deer in 1901, and resided here for the remainder of his life. He was a strong promoter of the area, founding the Westerner Showgrounds and annual Westerner Days, akin to the Calgary Stampede. He died in Red Deer in 1907. Red Deer saw a massive influx of settlers in the early 1900s. In 1901, when Red Deer was incorporated as a town, the population stood at 343. Through its location midway between Edmonton and Calgary and the fertile land that supported profitable mixed farming, Red Deer developed primarily as an agricultural service and distribution centre. A further boost came in 1907 when it was chosen as a major divisional point for the Canadian Pacific Railway. Two other railways, the Alberta Central Railway and the Canadian Northern Railway, entered the community in 1911. Red Deer underwent a large land boom. On March 25, 1913, Red Deer was incorporated as a city and the population had jumped to nearly 2,800. World War I brought a sharp end to the boom. Red Deer emerged as a small, quiet, but prosperous, prairie city. In 1922, the Provincial Institution for the Care of the Mentally Handicapped, currently known as the Michener Centre, was established in the city. Prospects looked good for modest but sustainable growth. The Great Depression of the 1930s was a major setback for the city, though it fared better than some communities. Central Alberta was not hit by severe drought. The city was virtually debt-free and profited from its ownership of the local public utilities. Growth returned to the city with the outbreak of World War II. Red Deer was chosen as the location of a large military training camp, the A-20 camp, which was located where Cormac Armory, the Memorial Centre and Lindsay Thurber High School are now located. The British Commonwealth Air Training Plan built two air bases to the south of the city at Penholder and Bowden. Post-Second World War. On January 1, 1948, the city of Red Deer amalgamated with the village of North Red Deer, located on the north bank of the Red Deer River. In the late 1950s, Red Deer claimed to be the fastest-growing city in Canada. By roughly 1991, the Canadian Pacific Railway had been removed from the inner city. The track currently runs parallel to the city outskirts. The most prominent landmark of the railway remaining is the CPR Bridge spanning the Red Deer River, converted to a walking trail shortly after the track removal. The city is now a center for oil and natural gas extraction and related industries, and also for agriculture and agricultural services. It is also a regional center for administration with a courthouse and provincial building. It also has major stores in malls such as Bauer Place, South Point Common, Parkland Mall and many other locations. A large commercial district business park called Gasoline Alley has developed in recent years just south of the city limits. Geography. Red Deer is located on the Red Deer River, after which it was named. Climate. Red Deer has a humid continental climate, with somewhat of a semi-arid influence. The highest temperature ever recorded in Red Deer was 37.2 degrees Celsius on the 8th of July 1906, the 2nd of July 1924, and 28.5 the 29th of June 1937. The coldest recorded temperature was -50.6 degrees Celsius on the 17th of December 1924. Neighborhoods. Red Deer is divided into the following neighborhoods. Demographics. The population of Red Deer according to its 2016 municipal census was 99,832. A 2,999,900,000,000 spade suit -1% change from its 2015 municipal census population of 100,807. In the 2011 census, Red Deer had a population of 90,564 living in 36,346 of its 38,789 total dwellings, a 8.9% change from its 2006 adjusted population of 83,154. With a land area of 104.29 square kilometers, it had a population density of 868.4 per square kilometers in 2011. In 2006, Red Deer had a population of 82,772 living in 33,894 dwellings, a 22.0% increase from 2001. The city has a land area of 69.23 square kilometers and a population density of 1,195.6 per square kilometers. Nearly 90% of residents spoke English as a first language, while 1.7% spoke Spanish and 1.6% spoke French. The next most common languages were Tagalog at 1.1%, German at 1.0%, and Chinese at 0.8%, followed by Dutch at 0.6%, Ukrainian at 0.4%, and Vietnamese at 0.3%. About 4.4% of residents identified as Aboriginal at the time of the 2006 census. Red Deer is home to almost 1,800 recent immigrants who now make up just more than 2% of the population. About 16% of these immigrants came from the Philippines, while about 14% came from Colombia, 8% came from India, 7% came from the United States, and about 5% from each of South Africa and the United Kingdom, and about 4% from El Salvador. Almost 72% of the residents are identified as Christian, and over 26% said they had no religious affiliation for the 2001 census. For specific denomination statistics, Canada counted 14,660 Roman Catholics, and 10,970 United Church, 3,720 Anglicans, 3,065 Lutherans, as well as about 1,305 Baptists, and about 1,200 Pentecostals, about 1,060 Presbyterians, about 905 for the Christian and Missionary Alliance, and about 650 Jehovah's Witnesses, as well as about 585 for the Evangelical Missionary Church and 455 Mormons. In a July 2007 analysis of demographic information from the 2006 federal census prepared by Environics Analytics, Red Deer was the city most closely resembling the country as a whole. Arts and culture. Named Cultural Capital of Canada by Canadian Heritage in 2003, Red Deer is home to a wide variety of arts and cultural groups. It is the home of Central Alberta Theatre, Ignition Theatre, Central Music Festival, the Red Deer Symphony Orchestra, the Red Deer Museum and Art Gallery, the Red Deer Royals, and other performing arts and fine arts organizations. Attractions. Sports. Red Deer is the hometown of several well-known sporting personalities, including former NHL players Ron Anderson, Glenn Wesley, Trent Hunter, Chris Mason, Randy Moller, Brandon Sutter, Paul Postma and Mark Tinaldi, and Olympic gold medalist Jamie Saleh. Ron McLean is also from Red Deer. Olympic medalist speed skater Jeremy Wotherspoon also spent most of his childhood in Red Deer after being born in Saskatchewan. Olympic bronze medalist Deirdre Dion grew up in Red Deer. Red Deer Rebels, Western Hockey League. Infrastructure. Transportation. The city is served by Red Deer Regional Airport, which serves mostly general aviation, but also a small commuter airline, along with Air Canada Express. Scheduled turboprop service is available to Calgary, Kelowna, Edmonton, Grande Prairie and Fort McMurray. Red Deer Transit provides local bus service throughout the city. Healthcare. Healthcare is provided at the Red Deer Regional Hospital. Water. Red Deer receives its drinking water supply from the Red Deer River, which is treated and distributed throughout the city. One distinct feature of the water distribution system is the Horton water spheroid, which, at the time of its construction in 1957, was the world's largest spheroid-shaped reservoir. Water from the Red Deer water treatment plant is distributed to neighboring communities, including Red Deer County, Lacombe, Blackfalds and Ponoka, as managed by the North Red Deer Regional Water Services Commission. Wastewater. Wastewater is collected and sent to the City of Red Deer wastewater treatment plant, which treats the sewage with a combination of grit traps, a primary clarifier, biological nutrient removal bioreactors, secondary clarifiers, and UV disinfection. Solids generated from the treatment process are treated using dissolved air, flotation, anaerobic digestion, and biosolids lagoons. Treated effluent is then discharged back into the Red Deer River downstream of the water treatment plant. Education. Secondary. 3 school authorities operate schools in Red Deer. Founded in 1887, the Red Deer Public School District serves 10,000 students in 30 schools, offering a wide range of programming. The district not only meets the needs of children and youth from the city of Red Deer and welcomes international students from around the world. Lindsay Thurber Comprehensive High School and Hunting Hills High School provide a large number of program options for students of high school age. Founded in 1909, when the Daughters of Wisdom, a religious order from France, accepted the challenge of the Tinchebray Fathers, also from France, to offer Catholic schooling in Red Deer. Red Deer Catholic Regional Schools welcomes almost 7,000 students in 5 Central Alberta communities, including Red Deer. They operate École Secondaire Notre Dame High School, the only Catholic high school in Central Alberta, which serves 1,500 students from the city of Red Deer and surrounding communities. Greater North Central Francophone Education Region No. 2 S School. École La Prairie is a French school located near downtown Red Deer that offers pre-kindergarten through grade 9 programs. It offers all courses in French to a population of 119 students whose first language is French. Post-secondary. Red Deer College was founded in 1964 as Red Deer Junior College. Today, it offers some degrees, adult upgrading, certificate programs, diploma programs, university transfer courses, applied degree programs, and apprenticeship and trades training. Public schools, Catholic schools, private schools, Destiny Christian Schools Society, Koinonia Christian School, Red Deer, Parkland Schools Special Education, Southside Christian School, Media.